Libertarians Podcast, episode 283. I'm here tonight with Jared Schneiderman,
Hey guys.
Craig Shute,
How's it going?
Alexis Schlegel,
Hello, everybody.
and special guest Jacob Lamont.
How's it going?
Jacob, thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah.
So, Jacob, I just heard of you for the first time yesterday when you messaged me, and you messaged me and you said something like, I'm running for chair of the Libertarian Party. Yep. I know you guys are friends with Joshua Smith, but I would like to come on your podcast. I'm into punk rock, and I think we could talk about punk rock.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was the basic gist of what you said. So, we got you on pretty
Fantastic.
quickly. So.
Yeah, it was great, man. I was pretty stoked, actually. Yeah.
So what's your deal? You said you started running late?
Yeah. So basically, I like to be the type of person that's in the background. I'm not really I got no need to be out front or anything like that. So the reason I started running is because I called around to a whole bunch of people across the nation, and I just wasn't hearing what I wanted to hear. That was the problem for me.
Well, what do you want to hear?
I want to hear somebody be, super authentic. I want to hear somebody that really isn't afraid, isn't, pandering. I don't want see, it's going to come off like I'm putting somebody down. That's not the reason I'm running. Let me retract that. Let me be more specific. I want to hear how we're going to take this party with the principled message without diluting it, but at the same time selling it to the people so they don't misunderstand us. What I'm really sick and tired of is letting other people define the Libertarian Party for us. I have a unique position on this because my marijuana store is literally on the border of Canada. So I get to talk to people from all over the world, and way more than not, they have no clue what we stand for. That's because for years and years and years, we're allowing other people to define us for us, and we never block it. I mean, we do, but we don't, right? So we let it ride. I feel like that there should be way more pressure on the media side, especially when I found out what we have in the party for contact lists. Amazing. I would be pounding that so hard. I'd get our message out there so hard. It's like, it's almost like, I kind of feel like they just sit there and go, okay, well, that was said, whatever, we'll blow it off. Hell no. That should be the one. If there is anything the LNC's for, is pushing our message out there as much as possible. And we have so many activists. We have so many people that run for parties. We have guys like you. Aren't we? Isn't the Libertarian Party about free markets? So why recreate it or go out there and do it on our, the LNC's like a separate little thing? No, we should be an amplifier for all the people that work hard, for all the people that are out there already there. It's like you could tap into that, collect it, and push it out there for them and save a lot of money. I mean, there's so many things. I mean, I could go on forever, but there's so many things I see that aren't being done in this party. And I've ran businesses all my life, and I feel like there's a huge lack of that, really. And I'm just not hearing. I hear a bunch of people on stage, and this is no offense to Josh, because I like Josh. Don't get me wrong. Like the man a lot. He's being real careful, though. I don't want to see careful, but I don't want to see reckless either. There's a fine line. There's a balance there that when you talk about leadership, it's a person that puts themselves out there and is willing to push the principles and not worry so much about, well, am I going to be speaking to this faction? Am I going to be speaking to this faction? Am I going to hurt anybody in this faction or this caucus? No, you should be out there going, I'm a libertarian. I'm a complete anti-collectivist. I mean, I come from, the punk rock movement. I mean, that is, literally we were anti-conformists. That was the whole point, anti-authority and anti-conformist. conformity. And I don't play that game. It was hard for me to even accept the libertarian label. I hate labels. I won't call myself an anarchist. I won't call myself anything but libertarian and punk rock. That's it. That's who I am.
What would you say that message that nobody's pushing, what is it? What should it be? What would you say you need to push out there to these media outlets that they have?
Basically, what we're about. It's pretty simple. It says it right in the preamble. We are here to challenge the cult of the independent state. I mean, that's, and however you or anybody else as an individualist decides to challenge that cult, challenge the state eye to eye, that's up to you. That's not for me to define. Whether it's winning an office or trying to, whether it's driving a bus around the country like Ernest Hancock is right now, and he's got cameras all surrounding it, whether it's you guys on the air doing podcasts, these are all things that are challenging the state. And challenging the culture is like super important to me. I mean, what did we do back in the day when I was a punk rocker? We challenged the culture straight up, right in your face, no questions. We knew exactly what we were about. And it wasn't political. It turned political later on. We were just a bunch of people bored and sick of being told what to do and sick of the cops constantly harassing us. And we were pissed off about it. We had no jobs back then. And so my perspective is, how did we make change? And we never got credit. We didn't care. But we made a lot of changes. The punk rock movement is probably one of the most unsung heroes out there. Literally, we changed a lot of things, man. And it was so I fought the culture war all my life. But there's another war that we can also do against the media, like you guys. So there's so many spectrums. And all I hear when I hear the debates, I hear one side, win, we're here to win office, you know, and then I hear another person, well, we need to reach out to the left. Or there's big R or big L's and little L's. No, I'm a libertarian. I'm an individualist. Stop labeling me. I just want a better, freer society. That's what I want. So
yeah, I'm sick of the labeling and collectivism too. That's kind of creeping in the LP. It's like the identity politics shit. It's like,
yeah,
you know, just no, like it's. As long as you're adhere to the principles and adhere to like they just get in the weeds with a lot of like trying to pander to these different subsects of like of the two major parties, and it's fucking worthless. It's a waste of time. So Jacob, my question is, are you currently on the LNC, or are you currently or are you just ran at large, or how are you running for chair?
No, I'm not on any of them. You know, it's I'm Region 1 director of the Washington State Libertarian Party, and I have been for 6 years now.
Oh, okay. So you're in Washington State.
Yeah, and then
okay.
I'm also I've been very active in other ways. I was Adam Kokesh's campaign manager for a year, and then for other many reasons.
Who's campaign manager?
Adam
said
Kokesh.
Adam Kokesh.
Adam Kokesh. You said for a year?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so when did you drop off that?
Oh man, now it's like about a year and a half, maybe. Jeez, man, time went. I had to come back and save my business. I got ripped off. I had a management crew in there, and they ripped me off blind. I'm just finalizing the lawsuit right now. Literally, I'm about ready to sign the paperwork right after I'm done with this.
So you
finally
you run a marijuana shop up there?
Yeah, I do.
How long have you been doing that for?
6 years.
Oh wow,
yep.
Nice.
Yeah, and then
what's the climate like out there for that sort of thing?
Oh, it's great, man. We have some of the best weed, hands down.
Nice.
I'll challenge any weed.
Well, I meant I didn't. Well, I also meant political climate and like taxation.
I went straight to weed. That's my profession.
I mean, that's a fair answer.
yeah. Well, no, the political
the
climate.
Stickiest of the ickiest.
Yeah, I mean, like, are they heavily regulating you? Are they heavily taxing you out there? Like,
well, the way I like to describe it is kind of like Nazism, fascism, communism, all those wonderful socialists. Like, I get to live it every day. Like, my cameras are recording constantly. I have to have 45 days. They can come and audit me at any time. They track everything through a state system. They tax us 37%. I get no
Jesus.
write-offs. Dude, I'm in the worst. I am in the
What's the
antithesis.
percentage they tax you at?
37 just on the state level.
The
Then you
state
got
level.
Yes,
Jesus.
just the state level. Oh, you want it? You guys are gonna love
tell
this.
us all about this. Tell us all
Okay,
about it.
here we go. Here we go. At
So you
the
want to
end of
run a weed shop, kids? Let me
yeah,
tell you.
yeah. You want to be in the weed business. Okay. So check this shit out. I swore. Sorry, guys. I don't know if you guys
No.
got a sense.
Oh
of that,
no,
but-
no worries.
Okay,
You're
because I
fine.
got quite a. I can
We
get on
actually-
a rant, man, and
We'll kick you
I'll
off if
tell
you don't
what.
swear.
Fan-fucking-tastic. Okay, so here it is. 37. That's just marijuana tax. Then you get dinged by sales tax, depending if you're in a city or a county. I'm in a city, so it's 8.5% tax. And then I get paid or taxed at the federal side. I fall under a tax code called 280E. And then that taxes me anywhere between 30 and 40% with no write-offs. So at the end of the day,
30 to 40% of your gross.
yeah. And so at the end of the day, I am taxed 76 on an average, 76% with no write-offs.
How do you
How do
stay
you
in
make ends
business?
Ha! Do I? Really,
People
honestly,
buy a lot of weed.
yeah, shit, man. I don't know how I make it half of the time, man. I've ran businesses all my life, like I said, and I'm sitting here going, why the hell? On paper, I'm a millionaire. In reality, I fucking broke, you know? But I've got another deal. This is the other reason that I'm running for chair is I'm going to have, I ran across a deal where I'm going to have ample time to travel across the country and do activism 100%. No more daytime job. So I've been in that works. I can't say too much on the air because it's I need to keep quiet about that, you know. But yeah, a good deal's coming my way very shortly.
Okay, like what if our tens of listeners promise to keep a secret?
Well, I'm selling some shit. And it's it's a good deal, and I might be getting out of the marijuana business. Put it that way. I can say might. My lawyer said might. So if this deal goes through, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be really good. Oh. And yeah, me and the wife get to live the dream, right? So yeah, pretty much. I don't know. You know, the way I see it is that I think that just because I haven't sat on the LNC, I've been a CEO many times. I know how to run it. I know how to run a business. And the way I look at it is I think we can cut some of the fat. And even if we don't cut some of the fat, we can also channel energies in a different direction, and support is really my end goal. Not being autocratic, not dictating who's the winner and who's the loser, or trying to get backdoor deals or all these things. Okay, this is what frustrates me the most, guys. All these things we talk about when it comes to other political parties. Okay, here's a little bit of a rant, and just bear with me. I see exemplified right now in our party. I see it creeping up. Okay, and so when I see us go out there and say, okay, yeah, transparency, they're corrupt, bought and paid for. Why am I seeing that in our party right now? I'm getting pissed. And I'm not an angry guy anymore. I smoke enough weed to kill a horse. I am a pretty chill guy. And so when I start getting angst and I start like feeling like I used to when I was a younger kid and starting riots, that's what I used to do. So it's like, I'm sitting here going, just, what the hell is going on? And then I hear about Nick. I hear about other people, you know, in other states that have like people coming in that are like Tea Partiers and Republicans. And they're just like, oh, join the Libertarian Party. Okay, that's one piece of it. But the other problem I see is that we're not saying anything. I mean, what the hell? I wake up one day and I look around and I'm like, holy crap, I don't know anybody in my state anymore. I you know, that made it to delegation. And then now I'm looking over here and I'm hearing Nicholas Sorark. He's threatening people. And then I'm sitting over here going, okay. And then Justin Amash comes on, and whatever you think about him, I don't really care. But it's like, let's repeat the same mistake over and over again and expect different results. And then let's beg for, we talk crap about mainstream media, but then we're excited when we get on it. We talk crap about the other two parties, but then we want to woo them in. Oh yeah. Oh, please let us just sit at the table with the king. Please, it'll make us legitimized.
Yeah. A lot of Beltway libertarians. A lot of Beltway libertarians.
Yeah, gross. I'm sorry. Libertarian's not right or left. We shouldn't be chasing that. Did you know the biggest demographic that we should be reaching out to is the people that don't vote? I mean, if you look at the numbers, man, that is
like half
huge.
of America, right?
Over half. Yeah. So I'm looking at it going, we're going to waste all this time trying to convince somebody that's pretty much belongs to a religion and convince them to join us and then convince them we're like that. What the fuck?
Like, I like the idea.
Oops.
I like the idea of convincing the people that don't vote. You know, because like for a while. Oh, I'm breaking up right now.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. You had a little robot.
So I like the idea of convincing people that don't. I like the idea of convincing people that don't vote, but I don't think anybody's ever been able to do that, right?
Well, I'm pretty good at it. I don't mean to be arrogant, but I'm pretty good at like getting people to join the party. I'm pretty good at it. I have a ton of anarchist friends, and they're like, "Screw you, no way."
And I mean, you know, obviously this is the opposite of our philosophy, but I'm pretty sure Bernie Sanders got a lot of non-voters to start voting.
Exactly.
I don't think he did, and I think that's why he didn't win.
What'd you say?
I don't think he did, and I think that's why he doesn't win. I think that the idea that you're gonna fire up a bunch of people who never vote, I don't. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't think they care enough.
It might not have been sufficient enough, but I think
for him. I don't even mean for him specifically. I just mean in general. I think that there's a reason that there's a small sliver of people who vote. The other people have other things going, and that's good. I mean, it's good that not everybody's spending all their time thinking about the state, but I don't think that you're going to get them to all of a sudden jump up and be libertarians. I don't think so.
Well, you see, here's the problem. Okay, and I've done my own personal investigation being a regional rep and, you know, for my state. And here's the thing. You need the right spokesman. You really do. And that's first thing. You have to also make it really basic instead of like going, okay, I'm going to go ahead and sound like the other ones. Oh, we're physically whatever, you know, that whole crap.
Fiscally conservative, socially liberal.
Yeah. That's not what people want to hear. They're tired of it.
Well,
When I listen, what's that?
It's also not what we're supposed to be.
No, that's not what we're all at all. It's false. It's like literally like selling. It's BS. We're selling them, and then they get in, and then they get all this fight, and then they get all this other stuff, and then they leave. And then here's the straw that broke the camel's back for me this time. I saw a lot of good, strong, philosophical libertarians leave recently. They were tired of it. They were tired. They were sick to death. And I'm not talking 2, 3, 4. We're talking 10 in my own state. Walk away. Not paid dues. Damn. They were like, I'm done. I'm not going to be a Republican light. I'm not going to be considered as that. You see, I'd rather have 10 strong libertarians than 40 that don't even know what the hell we're about or have a vague recollection.
Dude, that's fucking spot on, Jacob. Cause like, yeah, I mean, that's happened a lot. And we just had about a month ago when we had Pete Quinones on, he said the exact same thing. He was just like, I'm not working within the LP anymore. He's like, I'm just going to be an agorist, you know?
Yeah.
And that's cool. But it's just like, yeah, there's a lot of solid people. The fucking Sarwark and the LNC and the LP, like at the top, the machine has just been fucking just sucking the life out of like solid activists. And it's just because we just have awful leadership. It's just, it's just
terrible, man.
Yeah, it sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and it's like a wave across the country, and no one's. It's like no one's talking about it. And I'm here, you know.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh no, no. I was just like, I mean, I'm a delegate, and Jared is as well. And I only got back in the game just because of the Mises Caucus. Is because like, all right, like I've been like a libertarian since I was like 18. My dad ran for office multiple times. Like I was like introduced to it as a young age. But then I went like, you know, Ron Paul working within that campaign. But yeah, like the one thing I'll get like the Mises call, it's bringing back like the Ron Paul, like that try to like, you know, I think it's like quote getting the band back together, you know, within the LNC, and you can just see that the party machine just could not stand it. Like they're like the Sarwarks, I don't want to mention too many names because I mean I am a delegate, but at the same token, like it's shady. Like there seems like there's an agenda where they're purposely burning out the most hardcore. Like they're trying to like just turn it not even into like.
It just kind of reminds me of all the sort of centrist, the centrist groups in all the other parties. Really, I mean, you have, you know, like if we go back to the Democratic Party, you've got, you know, Bernie, who's sort of like an outsider, right? But then you've got like most of the people and most of the strength is at the center with the Bidens and the whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's no reason why that wouldn't be happening in the Libertarian Party as well. You know, I mean, it shouldn't be happening, but it makes sense that it is happening, and it's something. You know, that's why I became a delegate, is because I saw what the Mises Caucus was doing, which was fighting those centrists and fighting those, you know, corruptors of the message. And you know, I've been supportive of them since.
Yeah, and I'm just going to be bold so you guys know where I stand. I think that their intentions are good. I know one of you guys belongs to me. Probably both of you guys belong to the Mises Caucus. Here's some constructive criticism, though. The collateral that was left in my state got a lot of hatred for your guys' caucus. Okay, because some good libertarians, including myself, got pushed out. Okay, so
Wait, Jacob, I agree.
Explain this. What happened?
Go. Yeah, what happened? Yeah.
Well, since we weren't, we couldn't get a bylaws passed, right? So we were trying to pass this bylaws to our state. It's only 30 days before convention, right? Which we've been trying to change for years now. And we keep getting kicked back by these Republican lights that are in our party. So, and I won't mention any names, but a lot of people know that one of them. Or actually a couple of them. So we were trying to make it so
tens of listeners. You're safe. You're safe. Tens of listeners.
We have 600 listeners.
So yeah.
Jared, you're not helping my case, dude.
One guy's named Clifford. Anyways, so we were trying to change it for a year, right? Before you could make any influence, right? And a lot of states did that, right? I think Colorado did. I know Oklahoma did it. I know that North Carolina did it. And we were trying to get that passed, and then it was too late. You know, you guys, you know, I don't want to collectivize you. Some people in the Mises Caucus came in and blindsided us and got in and pushed a bunch of us out, right? So it's the first time I've ever, in the history of the party, ever been an alternate. I mean, ever. And so where I'm at with that whole thing is, sure, I agree with the facing principles of the Mises Caucus, right? And when I agree with that. I 100%. But it came off really shady, man. Really shady.
No, and I see it like, and I see it here in Maryland. Well, I don't see it like, I think it's going in a different direction here in Maryland, where I feel as though like I've known a lot of the OGs in the Libertarian Party here in Maryland, and through activism, through like, you know, Ron Paul, Campaign for Liberty, different organizations, like I know them, like I respect them. So I'm not gonna fuck like, and then the OGs in the party are kind of like, yeah, we need some young blood in the party, and they see we're doing things, but we're not gonna try to like, you know, it's just like punk rock, like, you know, you can't just be fucking, you know, an asshole. Just, you know, you got to put in your dues, you got to put in the work, and then you got to respect those that got you into the movement, respect those that got you to where you're at. And so there's different, I guess it really depends on individuals' approaches, you know, but that's shitty to hear that, like, was kind of like a strong arm, where it wasn't like, hey, like how can we work together to achieve basically what you're saying is basically the same goals, recapture what our principles.
Yeah. And that's where I'm all about, you know, and it's like, you know, but here's another problem I see is, you know, when it comes to leadership, I think you earn it. I don't think just because you have a freaking title, you know, that you're my leader. Go fuck yourself. That's what I say. You fucking earn that, you know, and I don't mean in the tactical way either. I mean, no. Join the LNC, then you sit on the board and I'm sorry, man, I've got a lot to bring to the table and I haven't even begun yet. You know, you guys are
that's the thing, like true, like leadership and like being in the military. It's like, oh, just because you have this rank or just because you achieve this doesn't mean you're good at what you do. But that's the thing. But then I also could recognize good leaders. I could recognize like people that can, hey, you're really good at this. You need to be doing this. Like, whereas like it depends on, man, leadership and understanding how to like work with individuals. And you said you were a CEO, right? So or own companies. Own companies, managed. So dealing with humans on a job level is difficult. Imagine like individuals within the constructs of a party.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like that's fucking hard to do. That's hard to do. You gotta have the right tact. You have to have the right you know, just being able how to read people, how to like you know, just communicate your ideas and like not step on people's but because some people, man, so it takes it's an art form.
It really is. And I used to actually so funny, man. I'm not gonna say anything, but I used to teach leadership quite a few times.
Were you like a Tony Robbins?
No. No.
Like
We're talking
like a motivational speaker.
We're talking like for, you know, companies and stuff, like for my companies. So you teach leadership, right? So like one of the things that I always stuck with, and this will come up a little Tony Robbins, but anyways, something that sticks with me is that a good leader tries to make the people think good about him. The exceptional leader tries to make other people think good about themselves. That's where it's at. You just letting a person know that you notice something authentically will get that person motivated like you wouldn't believe. Just one little thing. And it's got to be sincere. You see, you can't come off like a douche. You can't come off like I'm going to say all the right things because I'm douchey douche. And then later on, we already had that. We already had Nicholas Sorber. We already had it. Yeah. He's slick. He knows Robert's rules. He could run a meeting, pip, pop, boop, but then he's cornering people and threatening them. Screw you. Fuck you. I'll take somebody lumpy that doesn't know jack shit about Robert's rules, but has an honest, sincere heart and wants the best for this party, meaning the best for everyone in this party, which is really hard to do. But I think I have the solution. You don't dictate what the party's for. You let the individual decide what this awesome ship is for. It's laid out. Man, you know, when I talk about, like, people ask me, what do you start with when you form a company, right? It's a 3-step process, right? Really it is. And I'll break it down. This is the way I see it. You've got the purpose. You start with the purpose. What the hell is the purpose of this company? And we're not talking like, well, we need to get this many sales. That's a goal. That's winning. Winning is a goal, man. That's not a fucking purpose. And anybody that thinks that's a purpose of anything is fucking headed down a really sad path, because then you're just stuck on minute to minute. Okay. When you start with a purpose, what is the purpose of this? Then everything else, because no intelligent accomplishment can ever be made without a purpose linked to it. You can't do it. It's impossible. You waffle all over the board. I mean, fucking wasn't it just a little while ago the Republicans were all about freeing slaves and the Democrats were the KKK? What the fuck happened? They have no purpose but winning. You can't attract quality followers or good leaders without a purpose. It never will happen. I guarantee it. So you start with purpose. Then you get your vision. All right, we got the vision. We got the purpose statement, the statement of principles and the preamble. Now you got the vision. It's through a party, a party structure. Even in the preamble, though, even in the beginning of the bylaws, they don't even call it a party. They put it into quotation marks. So it's an organization. And they even say in the bylaws, the chair sits as his CEO. So now you got goals. None of the goals need to line up. None of them. I mean, winning, sure, that's a great goal. Have it. Activism, great. That's a goal. Shoot, do it. Tell your heart's desire. But that is not the point of the party. The point of the party is already the purpose, and this is the vision. That's it. It's simple, man. This would be the easiest CEO job I ever had because I didn't have to construct the purpose out of nothing. It's already laid out for us. I think that's awesome. I think it's underutilized. I think it's not seen for the potentiality of a free market way to accomplish what we need to accomplish. All our tools are here. They're all here. Quit trying to reinvent the wheel. And look at you guys. You got tens of listeners, like you guys said. What if you could work out a deal, and go, hey, guys, I'm going to amplify you. I'm going to put you on all these medias because we have the access to it because you guys are awesome and you guys talk about exactly what we're already talking about.
Rogan reached out to us. We just didn't want to sell out.
Don't fucking sell out. Fuck that. There's too many fucking sellouts.
We're saying punk forever, but like Rogan was going to put us on, man. But no.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, no, fuck that. Fuck that bullshit. Don't fucking sell out.
I'll go on Spotify for 100
I saw
mil.
that in the fucking punk scene way too much. Fucking sell out, fucking poser cocksuckers. Oh, it just gets me going. So yeah, I know I'm ranting a lot, but that's what I do. I really believe in the structure, in the vision of this party. I really believe in what we set out already. Nothing needs to change. We don't need to focus on winning. We don't need to do any of that. That's up to the individual. That's not up to the structure.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be fucking autocratic ever. That is the antithesis of libertarianism. The fuck you. I don't care what you think.
Winning comes from like building an organization and building like allies and just bringing people in. But the more like you said, you lost a lot of good people.
You shouldn't have to have like this crazy, ingenious strategy to win. It should just be, well, we've done the work and we've outlined the principles and people want the principles. That's the only way I'd want to win. I don't want to trick people. I don't want to like slide in through the back door. I just
dude, like playing sports my whole life, like playing sports my whole life. It's like, it's a great analogy. It's like, all right, we could talk about what's winning, like what's a winning strategy. It's like, okay, that's great.
Sure.
But within the party, you have to get a winning team to put in the work, to put in the practice. You got to get the talent. You got to, and that comes from growing individuals and building an organization. Yeah. Okay. So like they put the, they're putting everything before actually building a winning fucking team.
Thank you. That's exactly it, man. That's exactly it. And here, I'll say this. I know you love Josh. I love Josh too. Don't get me wrong. But the statement of I want to build the party. I want to build the party. I want to grow the party. At what cost? At what cost? Like I said, I'd take 10 strong libertarians over any day, even 100 of kind of just I want to run as a politician. Any day.
Yeah.
Any day of the week.
Right.
Give me fucking 10 strong libertarians, man, and we will beat the crap out of this culture until they realize. And what a golden opportunity with COVID. And we're missing.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
What a golden. Oh my God, I see so many. Oh my God, this guy, Jay Inslee, he is our governor, our king, and he is like locking us down. And on the 22nd, we all have to wear masks and all this other crazy, just gross stuff. Well, now all the Democrats
so I'm
pissed off.
I'm assuming you're in Seattle or
the Democrats are pissed off?
No,
Where are you in Washington?
He's in Washington.
Yeah, I'm watching Blaine.
You said all the
Blaine.
Democrats were even pissed off about it?
Yeah, there's some Democrats that are really pissed at him right now.
And is he a Democratic governor?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's blue, dark blue in Seattle. Dark.
You're lucky you don't live
Oh
in New
yeah,
York.
sure.
What's that?
You're lucky you don't live in New York.
Ugh. Yeah. No, I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. Mm-mm. I'm
Are you
thinking about
in
leaving
Seattle?
Washington. No, I'm up in Birch Bay. Little
Okay.
little small ding dang doodle town.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah. And then we had a couple cool sheriffs that stood up against him. That was cool to see. But that's Eastern Washington. They might as well be a separate state.
Well,
you
that's
know?
probably going to happen. I think like out of
Yeah.
a lot of this COVID, I think we're going to be seeing like I don't know, like a total shakeup.
I think so.
Because people are sick of like this is a golden opportunity, like you said. Like this is a golden opportunity to finally reach out to people with libertarian principles.
Yeah.
Like all these people saying like, oh well, we can't open our business because we'll be fine. It's like that's the fucking point. Maybe you shouldn't license your company with the fucking state. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Maybe that's
No
the
shit.
problem. Maybe that's the problem. It's
Yep.
like you have to pay to play to
Yep.
live your own life, to provide
Yep.
for yourself. You have to fucking pay the goddamn state, and then they could shut
Yeah.
you down or open you up or deem you essential or non-essential at the
It's so
fucking
gross.
whim. Like what the
It's so
fuck?
fuck-
Like we are missing a golden opportunity in the Libertarian Party amongst all this shit. And these,
Yeah.
like that's what really irks me. It's like they're all infighting and all this bullshit in this convention. And it's like, this is
Yeah.
a golden opportunity to really like pump up our rookie numbers.
That's right, man. And
Yeah,
Gotta pump those numbers up.
You keep agreeing, but you just said that you're paying a 37% state tax, and you're paying like what 74% tax, and you're like, oh yeah, they shouldn't get their licenses. What are you talking about? Like,
I had no.
I mean,
No. You don't understand. You don't understand. When I went into this, it was different. And you see, they changed it in midstream, and then they increased the tax on us.
They keep
then it-
moving the goalpost on
Yeah,
you.
that no,
I felt that,
it
but
wasn't.
I'm just saying the
but
idea that the people shouldn't have gotten their licenses, and that's like the problem. It's like, well, but that's what almost everybody has to do. You want to open a storefront and people can come into your physical location.
Well, I think Alex was saying that
Yeah.
not that
No.
you shouldn't go get a license. Obviously, you want to. I mean,
Right.
it's going to be very risky to operate without a license, right?
And
No, I
there's
guess
no.
what
Oh,
And-
go ahead,
yeah.
Alex. Sorry.
Oh no,
Well-
what I'm saying right now is we're missing a golden opportunity amongst all this COVID and businesses are being shut down. Is now the time to really
to
like-
question the licensing.
to question the licensing, question
Yeah.
that's what I'm that's
Question
what I
the
was saying.
regulation.
Yeah, you're not saying
The
to actually.
regulation.
Yeah, like
yeah.
you're forced into it, but it's
Yeah.
like taxes. It's like you're forced to pay taxes, but we question taxes every day, right? We
Right.
say taxation is theft,
Yeah.
but like we also don't want to go to prison, so we pay the
Right.
taxes. You
Yeah,
know,
that's
we're
what
kinda
I was.
forced.
That was what I was going by, Craig. That what he was saying. Believe me, I love the black market a million times better. Made a lot more money. Life was so much better. Yeah, you had to peek out your freaking. You God, am I gonna get busted? But and then we were all stoked. And then the promises. Oh, we're gonna lower the tax. And I was the only guy sitting there going, no, they're not. Nope, they're gonna raise it. No,
lowering
no. And they
taxes.
did exactly what I said they were gonna do. And so, it was an experiment for me, and I'm getting out. So, and it was good. It was a good learning experience. I experienced the worst of the worst of the worst by the state, the worst. And so,
Did you have any federal raids happen at your place?
No, nothing like that.
Okay.
No, they don't mess with us because our law, especially in Washington, we that protection is probably one of the only protections I really agreed with. And that was that the AG, the Attorney General in our state, is forced to block the federal government, whether he wants to or not. So that's put into the law. So that was pretty cool. So if any
that's
That's
feds
actually
ever-
that's actually pretty
Yeah.
cool. But I mean, I don't know. That's
Yeah,
one
that
good
was.
clause. Yeah.
one that was the only one, but it was like if feds even
That was it.
step on my fucking property, I can call the AG directly and they have a hotline and they're like, oh, we're there. And so that's cool.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, fuck
All
that.
right, so Jacob, top 5 favorite punk bands.
Oh fuck. Fear, Black Flag, Misfits. Let's see. Fear, Black Flag, Misfits, Early Dead Kennedys, and shit, it's a toss-up, man. Fuck, who am I missing? I'm gonna piss somebody off. Misfits, Black Flag.
I mean, dude, it's cool. You can keep going if you want. I mean, dude,
Fuck
we,
yeah. You could go top 10. Top 10. Go top 10.
Top 10. Top 10. Okay, Misfits, fucking Black Flag, Ramones. I know that's a mixed bag. Some people don't. I love them. Grew up on them. Let's see. The Clash. They did a lot of good. Let's see. I know I'm missing somebody. Early Dead Kennedys. Well, I should just look at my fucking record,
like you said
collection.
Fear. You said Fear. What's your favorite Fear record?
Fuck, what was the name of it? I got the vinyl right here. I'm fucking drawing a blank. I love that whole album. I love living. It's not I love living in the city. It was
the record. It's called
The Record. Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, I have them tattooed on my knuckles. Honestly, oops. It was a drunken night in my friend's basement. So we're gonna do stick and poke, fucking A. And so let's see who else. Let me think. I'm missing somebody. I'm missing somebody important. I love No Means
Circle
No.
Jerks, dude.
They're weird. They're from DOA.
What's
What's that? Circle Jerks. Fuck. How could I?
DOA.
Yeah, no, they're one. Yeah, Keith Moon left Black Flag and went straight to duh. They're like one of my. I got them on vinyl. Let's see. Who else? You know what? I'm gonna cheat. Sorry, guys. I smoke too much weed. I can't think that quick. Which I will be.
Minor Threat. What about Minor Threat?
Yes, I love Minor Threat, but they kind of went weird socialist. I kind of lost some respect for them. I hate to say that. They wouldn't come back to Seattle, and when
Dude,
Ian
like their politics don't really bother me that much because their music is really good. You know, I don't really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Minor Threat by far. Let me pull up my fucking punk list here. Hang on, I'm gonna cheat so I don't. Yeah. I was switching from anti-politics to music was my brain was hurting.
Yeah.
Hang on real quick. Okay, yeah. Okay, I was that. Of course, fucking Clash. There it is. Social Distortion. Why didn't I think of that?
Okay.
I love Social.
Like Agent Orange.
Awesome. Nah, they were all right.
Oh, no way, dude.
They were good. There we go. Yep. Circle Jerks. This is my playlist I listened to at the shop. Police Truck. Okay. Do. Everything Went Black. Ramones. Oh, how could I really like the Vandals. There we go. Husker Du. How could I forget Bad Brains and Husker Du? Holy fuck, what's wrong with me? The Descendants. They were one of my. I loved the Descendants, man. Yeah, I pulled up their album and I was tripping out because I was like, oh my God, that's right. I want to be fucking just like, I like food. How dare I forget that song? No Means No is another big one. I don't know. I could go on forever, guys. I have a vast collection, man. I got 7 inches. Nice. I mean,
what do you yeah, you said you're a little older now. Like, is you like getting out of punk or like branching out, listen to other stuff? Like,
no, in fact,
do you get into like stoner metal or like doom shit? Like, or just...
no, not as much.
No,
really, I like retirement punk rock.
Punk rock,
right? So you got like me and one of my brothers. We were talking and we were like, yeah, like this band and this band, they get, oh wow, the Misfits got back together. Fuck, weird. Like, did I just fucking step into the Twilight Zone? I mean, what's going on here? And they were really good, by the way. I went and saw them in Seattle. But they sounded exactly like back in the 80s. It was fucking crazy. But there was a band called Thrice. I don't know if you guys have heard of them.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Thrice.
Yeah. Fuck, man, those guys are libertarians. I didn't even know.
Are they really?
Yeah, they really are, man.
I didn't know that.
Every fucking song, it blew me away. Every song is about being libertarian. It's tripping Yeah, check them out,
Really?
man.
Okay.
I never got
I
that.
mean,
far,
I
but
think I've heard.
I'll have
I
to
think I've
re-listen.
heard of them. I've
Yeah.
heard of them. I probably like if you played a song or two, I'd be like, oh yeah, I remember them. But it's
Yeah,
not
Yeah, I
like
saw
a
them.
band
I
that
saw
I'd
them
be like,
back in like 2008 or something. They opened
Yeah.
for Brand New.
Oh, fucking brand new. Yeah,
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 dude.
yeah. Holy shit. Yeah,
Okay.
brand new. I
See,
used to
there's like
listen-
there's a lot of good like music out there that's very libertarian, but it's like very subtle, or it's not pumped up steadily. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I listen to more like hardcore punk, like more like, I don't know, probably 2000s on like hardcore punk.
Yeah.
But there's some really good bands. There's this band from Boston called Death Before Dishonor.
Yeah.
And then you have Death Threat. Even like I'm trying to go down. I'm trying to remember some other like bands that like have some very fucking libertarian messages, and it's like, god damn, like how are we not winning this culture war?
Like, what about Wisdom
know
in
what I mean?
Chains,
Like,
dude?
Seriously.
Dude,
about
fuck
Wisdom in
yeah,
Chains,
Wisdom in
dude?
Chains, dude. Wisdom in
Oh.
Chains are the shit, dude. I saw them. They
Are
opened
they?
up for Death Threat, and
Uh-huh.
he campaigned and his drummer were like grassroots activists for Ron Paul in like northeast Pennsylvania.
That's awesome, man.
And like I was wearing
That's
my shirt, and they're like,
fucking
oh yeah,
rad.
fuck yeah, Ron Paul. And they're like, yeah, dude, my drummer got me into this shit. And then he's like, I forget who the guitarist is, but he's from New York. And he's like, yeah, I don't talk to him, man. He we're cool, but he's a little too he's a commie. You know what I mean? It's like, and yeah, dude,
I
but they
fucking
get
love it,
along.
man.
They all get along. They can talk, but the fact that it's like, fuck yeah, like these ideas, these thoughts are out there. It's
Mhm.
fucking amazing.
Oh man,
it's
check
really
out fucking Thrice's lyrics. I mean, like line up with. I mean, it's amazing. Like there
Nice.
was one song they were like, "That's about being a liberal," because they talk about lifting up the left hand a little taller. No, they're talking about the Statue of Liberty and to shine the light. Fucking hello, liberty, a little bit more. Come on, can we? And like they even do a song about
Wow.
like fucking waking up. It's like wake up, literally is the name of the
Like,
song.
what do you think is the best Thrice album? Because
Oh shit. I like, they're such a diverse
Paper Tigers.
I
I owned a Thrice album like a long time ago. This is like probably like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe like 18 years ago, something like that. 17.
Right.
It's I remember thinking it was okay.
Artists in the
just-
Ambulance. That was when they started making.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's what Paper Tigers is on. Artist in the Ambulance.
Okay, so
Oh,
the one
okay,
Yeah, that
I
one's
just,
fucking
I just
awesome.
looked it up. The one I owned was Illusion of Safety.
That one's also
Oh,
really
okay.
good. Yeah,
That was
I like that one. I
2002.
like
That was on Subsidy Records.
that was like
Right.
the first one I heard, but I think Ambulance came out
I
before
probably
that.
still have it on CD, actually packed away somewhere.
Did it come out,
I could be mixing that up.
Jared? I thought they.
That could
I
be.
thought Artists in the Ambulance, and then they even went a little
Artist
bit.
Ambulance 2003.
Okay.
So that was after. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
It's been a while since I've really listened to their shit, but
Mm-hmm.
I
Well,
was
yeah,
really
and
knowing
then-
them in like college and
Yeah, their new.
Around that
Wait, is it their brand new album? No, second. Fuck. Now I gotta look it up. God damn it. Let's see.
yeah, they
Dude,
had
I've been
one came
really
out
stuck.
pretty recently, right?
Which one?
I was just saying they had one that came out pretty recently. Like
Oh, yeah.
Palms.
Yeah.
It came out in 2018.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is a good.
It's pretty
that's
solid, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. And you just look up those lyrics. It's fucking. I'm like, dude, I couldn't have wrote this better myself. It's like, not that I'm that great of a writer. Yeah, like the gray, the dark. That one. Actually, I had the lyrics of that posted on my Facebook page, like my banner, just the beginning of the lyrics of that, because it's
Nice.
completely libertarian. It's like
Right.
talking about hold up the light, blood on bloods, anti-war. Yeah, this is a great album. Palms is a great album, and I know they're libertarian Christians, but like I care, whatever. They don't,
Hey,
Yeah.
I've got
Take
plenty
them when you can get them.
Mhm. I got plenty of. I mean, Ernest Hancock's a really good friend of mine, and he's awesome. He's done so much for liberty. He's one
So
of
you
our
said he was going
unsung
around on
heroes.
a bus or something?
Hell
what's that
yeah,
all about?
man, dude. Oh, it's so fucking badass. Okay, so he had a bunch of guys get together. He went out and bought a bus, and he's got a bunch of guys, technicians and shit. wiring up cameras all the way around, and then microphones on the outside of the camera. And he's just going to travel from state to state. He comes up here once a year, and we do an interview on his radio show every year. And then at my pot store. And so what he did, has a fuck it switch. And so if the cops pull him over, he can hit the switch and it turns on all the cameras and all the microphones. And then it dumps down into a BlackBerry and it shoots it off to his private server so they can't delete it. So he's going to be able to record all this shit live and stream it live at the same time going to a separate server. He's been planning this shit for a long time. And it's just like, wow, COVID, might as well do it now.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
So yeah, it's badass. And by the way, guys, did you guys know, just a side note, did you guys know that you can literally broadcast live anywhere right now and the FCC won't stop you because we're in a state of emergency? Just thought I'd let you know.
You mean just over like radio or whatever?
Yeah, pirate radio, and they can't stop you. It's FCC rules. So I just thought I'd let you know.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Luckily,
So
we have
that's
the
kinda
internet.
cool. Yeah, no shit. But I mean, still, you got old people.
No, that is cool.
You got old
Yeah, for
people
sure.
still.
Dude,
Yeah.
you just made me think of like pump up the volume.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, I loved that movie so
Classic.
fucking much. Oh, such a classic,
Definitely.
man. Christian Slater. That makes me feel old.
No, that shit was awesome. That and of course Gleaming the Cube.
Oh yeah, of course. Of
Yeah.
course. You know. Yeah. You guys want to know anything else about me? I mean, shit, I'm an open book, man. I'm pretty casual, you know.
So like when exactly did you decide to jump into the race? Like what would you have a date like when you started?
Yeah, it was about I don't have an exact date, but I think let's see.
Like around
About a month ago. About a month ago.
Okay.
And then like that week I was trying to plan it and stuff, and then I got hesitant because I didn't want
Have
to
you
piss
been in
anybody
any
off.
debates?
No.
No.
The first debate I was supposed to be in, and again, I'm not talking shit, it's just a fact. The first debate that I was supposed to be in was here in Washington, my own state, and Josh kind of blew a fuse, kind of went after me, and so I backed off. I was just like, listen, I'm not being sneaky, I'm not clandestine, I'm not trying to just cut you off like at the knees by jumping in at the last minute into my own state. So I said, nah, I don't want to do it. Then fuck it. I don't need that. And so there you go. And that's so the next debate, I think it's supposed to be in North Carolina, I think, but it kind of put on hold because of this whole, online convention thing. So yeah. It's pretty much where I'm at.
You are planning on going to Orlando and all that?
Oh yeah, for sure. 100%. Yeah, I'll be there.
Nice.
I'm there every year or
Yeah.
wherever we have our national. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be there. This time it'll be
Cool.
different. Be weird.
Yeah. I was
Yeah,
really
we'll see how
looking
that
forward to
goes.
going. I was really looking forward to Austin.
Man, me too.
Yeah, same.
I've never been to Austin, and I'm like, what a better
Same.
time
Yeah.
to go to Austin with a sense
Yeah.
of purpose,
Totally, man.
And
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
kind of
In my
was a kick in the nuts.
Yeah. And the old lead singer from my band way back, and he's a tattoo artist now. He's really well known tattoo artist. Blows me away. His name's Tony Hundall, and he works out of he has his own shop out of Austin. I was looking forward because he's got a bunch of work on me that hasn't been done. I'm like, fuck, this is my opportunity to get my work done, go to the national convention, see Austin.
Yeah.
I was stoked, man, but nope, no
Fuck
such
yeah.
luck.
From your band, what instrument do you play?
Guitar. I used to play drums. I played drums since I was 5. Picked up the guitar when I was 7. Play piano. Play bass.
Like what kind of guitar do you have?
Right. Well, I've got a bunch. In fact, my
Okay,
guitar.
me too.
Yeah, I got an LTD Deluxe right here. I'm looking at right now. She's beautiful. And then I've got my first punk rock guitar, Sears Rowanbuck. Special single humbucker. It's got stickers all over it, duct taped. The good punk fucking thrash guitar. So I got everything in between too. I got a bunch of acoustics, and stuff, and my sons are into playing. So yeah, it's cool. It's really cool.
Nice.
When's the last time you did a band?
Oh man, I almost forgot. So me and my brother were sitting down. We were talking. He lives in Portland before this whole thing. We were going to get a band together. I'm like, what do we do? Okay. So the hippies turned into yuppies, and they upgraded their wife and their car and their house. What does a punk rocker do? Well, we start playing punk again. Sure. Let's get a band going. So we're like, punk rock retirement is like, oh fuck, start another punk band. So me and my older brother were going to start another punk band and just be all out, old school punk. And then this shit hits. Now, yeah, can't just drive down to Portland anymore and play with my brother. But last time since then, God, it's been holy shit. Last band I was in was in the 90s, mid 90s, late 90s, somewhere around there. I think we broke up in 96. Yeah, 96, 97, somewhere around there. That's the last actual band. I jammed with people since then, but I haven't done anything serious for a long time. Yeah.
Yes. So we're actually running out of time here. Do you have
Okay.
anything? Do you have anything that you would like to plug before we take off?
Yeah, just the reason I'm running. I'd like to reiterate this. The reason I'm running it's not against anybody. It's for the party, really. I want to lead from the behind. I don't want to be up front and be that guy. I am definitely the guy that encourages people, putting teams together. I think I have a really good vision of what we can do all together and fit everybody into this, as long as you're not a statist, for all the libertarians out there,
Yeah.
I think that we can actually, make this party what I think it should be. And that is to challenge the state and do it on all levels and not try to say it's one thing or another. Everybody's, everybody that's into winning elections, that's awesome. I support them. Anybody that's into activism and the principles, I support them. And anything between. I want to be that stable thing that says we're libertarians, and however you bring it to whatever your win is, I'll support you. Period. End of story. I don't play favorites. I don't play that game. I'm here to be objective. And so that's what I want to see. And that's what I'm going to exemplify for everyone. There you go. That's pretty much it in a nutshell.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yep.
All right, Matt, you want to wrap this up?
Yeah. So, so this podcast is brought to you in part by Conversations About Freedom podcast, hosted by Moral Bob. We also have t-shirts over at libertariancountry.com. And if you type in the code PRL, you receive a 10% discount. If you type in the code PRL2 and you spend $50 or more, you receive a 20% discount. Also, I think I'm going to do like an anarchy bar right after this. If anybody wants to like stick around and hang out, I'm going to throw up a Zoom link in the anarchy bar group on Facebook. So until next time, live free
Or die.